In today's video, I'll show you exactly how you can get a graduate assistantship position, even if it doesn't come as part of your admission offer. So this is a step-by-step video, my friends. So I'm going to tell you step 1, step 2, up until the last step. And if you follow these steps, I'm pretty sure you will get a graduate assistantship position. So let's jump right into it. Step number 1 is create a list of skills and experiences that you have based off of your professional experience, your volunteering experience, if you have any teaching experience, anything you've done, whether formally or informally, you should create a list of all the skills and experiences you've had. Now, this is this step is probably the most important step if you want to make sure that you get a graduate assistantship position. So don't limit this to the skills you got from working at a 9-to-5, but also include skills from places where you volunteered, places where you taught kids or anything like that. Even if you helped your sister or your brother babysit their baby, okay? Include that, create a whole list of skills and experiences that you have. Now let's talk about step 2. Step 2, my friend, is for you to create a whole list of professors that work in those areas or that teach things that are related to that list you created in step 1. So let's say you have a lot of experience working in data analytics. You're going to look for professors that teach things that are related to data analytics, or professors that you believe that what they do, the kind of research they publish, can benefit from a data analyst being on their team. So don't limit yourself to people or professors that only teach data analytics. But if you think data analytics can be helpful to what this other professor does, you should still have them on your list. Also, another thing within this step 2 is don't limit yourself to your school or your department or the school that you applied to. Let's say you applied to a master's in analytics, for instance. Don't limit yourself to professors in that department only. Go outside of that department, that faculty, whatever it's called in the country you're going to. Look outside to other schools or other professors in other schools, other programs that could benefit from you as a data analyst or with your data analytics experience. So if you don't even have a data analytics background, but you have taught a class before, maybe when you were in undergrad, or you taught some people in your area, package all of that up and look for professors that can really benefit from having someone that has some teaching experience. So another thing you can do, or the third thing you should do, or step number 3, is that you should research or do a bit of research into each professor that you have on your list. So if I were the one in this situation, I would create an Excel sheet and basically write the name of each professor, write exactly why I put them on my list, maybe just a short summary of, say, they teach data analytics or they teach XX, whatever that is, and then I'll create a third column and write what I figured out about them. So do a bit of internet research, or if you know someone that has worked with that professor before, just ask them. But listen, if you just do a bit of internet research, you can find out a lot of things about people. Write what you discover about that professor. What do they like? What is their background? You'll begin to discover that you could have so many similar experiences and background as these professors. But create a third column in that Excel sheet and put in there what you are learning about each professor. Okay, my friend, if you made it to step number 4, you're a real G, okay? So step number 4 is for you to email the professor. Listen, this is the important step. We can talk, research, but if you don't email that professor, it's all a waste of your time. Whether you believe you deserve that position or not, whether you believe it will work out or not, get on your laptop and email all those professors. Email all of them. And if you don't know how to email them, I'm going to put a link to a post I did recently, or not recently, a couple of months ago. I'm going to put a link in the description. Just click on that link and check the example that I have. It's completely free, okay? I need to give you something, my friend. So click on it, copy or get inspiration from it, but of course, edit and tweak it to suit your specific circumstance. But when you click on that link, you discover something, and that is in that email. I tried to be specific about why I'm reaching out to you as a professor. That's where that research I talked about in step 3 comes in. If you've done a bit of research about someone, you can tell that this is what this person likes, this is their experience, these are the kind of papers they've published. So I'm going to mention this tiny thing in my email so they know that I've done a bit of homework about them, and that really increases your chance of getting a response from these professors. One thing that I haven't mentioned so far, but I hear a lot from a lot of my people on this YouTube streets, or when you email me, I get a lot of emails and DMs. A lot of people don't know that they can reach out to professors even from their home country. They're like, I'm not there yet. I'm not in Canada yet. How can I email from here? My sister, start emailing, okay? Start emailing those professors. You can do it. I've worked with so many people that have done this over and over and over again for years from their home country. A lot of people, and I'm one of you, okay? Because when I was applying to schools, I didn't know that I could email professors from my home country to try to get a graduate or teaching assistantship position. So don't make that mistake that I made. You need to reach out to these professors from your home country. Don't worry about it. Nobody's checking, is she emailing me from Nigeria versus emailing me from Korea versus the US. Nobody really cares about that. So please email those professors even though you're still in your home country. All right, step number 5 is for you to send a follow-up email. Remember, step number 4 was that you should email all those professors, but step number 5 is follow up after a couple of days. I typically will give 3 to 5 business days, and then I will follow up and say, hey, I sent you this email. I would really be excited if I could get a chance to speak and things like that. Just send a short follow-up email to the professor so that they remember, like it bumps up in their inbox and they can respond. All right, step number 6 is to prepare for a chat. So let's hope all things worked well and they want to chat with you. They will call it a chat, but prepare for it almost like an informal interview. So prepare for a chat, and there are 2 main things you should think about before you actually have that conversation with them. One is sharpen why you want to work with them. Anything you want to say about why you want to work with that professor, make sure it's airtight, okay? So make sure you know exactly why you want to work with them, and also be prepared to talk about your experience and how it fits into like what they do and things like that. Those are the 2 main things, and of course I can share more in a future video about how you can really nail these interviews or these chats with these professors. Before I end today's video, I want to share one important information with you, my friend, and that is the more professors you reach out to, the better your chance of getting a graduate assistantship position. I like to tell people this route is awesome. This route of like emailing professors to get a graduate assistantship position is amazing, but it is not easy. You need some kind of hustle spirit in you. You cannot stop because you got one no or one rejection from a professor. So that's one thing. Make sure that your list of professors is long. Make sure you email them, and make sure you keep having that confidence to follow up and email more people. You're not the only one doing this. So I know it's hard, but please do it. It's worth it, because if you get a good graduate assistantship position, that could really help with funding your education. So that is one thing. Another thing is, if a professor tells you, no, I'm not looking for anyone at this time, you should respond to every professor that says no. I know no is hard, okay? And I've had my fair share of people, saying no to me and things not working out for me the way I wanted them to. So I get this struggle, my friend. But when a professor tells you, no, I'm not looking for someone right now, email them, say, thanks for getting back to me. You know, I would also love to see if you have any colleagues that may be looking for someone at this time. Again, repeat like a summary of like your qualification, your experience and stuff like that, and the kind of colleagues you would want to be connected to. Like, I would also be interested in any of your colleagues that teaches in this area, in that area. Please do connect me if you come across anyone, and leave it at that. Usually many professors will say, true, I'm not looking for someone, but I recently heard this other person in this place is looking for someone. So always respond to these professors, even if you get enough from them. Okay, my friend, if you found today's video helpful, you may actually love my bootcamp, okay? I have this 2-month bootcamp that I run for 8 to 10 weeks, where we teach you everything about applying to grad schools abroad. US, UK, Canada, Australia, wherever it is. Just join the bootcamp. The link is always in the description. If there's a spot, you can join the next one, and if there's no spots, just join the wait list. All right, so that's it for today's video. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and as usual, you need to join the family. If you've watched to this point and you haven't subscribed, I don't know what I need to do to beg you, okay? But subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.